So today I'm going to show you about the our new fertility center, which is the Caroline John Fertility Center. So now I'll be showing you what are the OPD basis systems which are available here and what are the facilities which are available here. Come, let's see that. So this is the entrance which we will have, followed by the reception. So this is one of our favorite picture. We got it a long back time. This is from Egypt and it's our religious belief. So this is how Jesus was born. So we believe Jesus does a miracle. So everywhere here also. So come. So this is our reception. So this is where the patients sit and this is where the staffs will be there to help the patients regarding the OPD appointments. And here we have a records room also. So there we keep all the records which are available. So come, let me show you the facilities which are available here. So this, it will be the counseling room. So this is the place where a qualified counselor will be there to guide you through the process of IVF, which is the in vitro fertilization. So these things, it will be new for you. So the counselor will be well versed in explaining you what and all the pros and cons which are available, which are associated with the IVF procedure. So before getting into the procedure, you will be as much equipped with the knowledge as we have, so that you will have a clear idea what it is going to be through the procedure. So next, this is the injection room. So this place is the place where we give you all the hormones which are related to the IVF. So all the hormones will be maintained at a temperature of around 2 to 6 degree and it's not yet completely set. So once it's set, might be in a day or two, we'll be posting another video so you can see all the details regarding that. So this is the IUI room. IUI means, as we all know, it's intrauterine insemination. It is a smaller process and a cheaper process compared to the IVF. So this will be done in this room and we have a separate sterile area for this because we don't need any complication or infection associated with any of the procedures which we do. And this, it is a scan room. So here all the scans and all the procedures for your IVF will be done in this room. So we have all the separate rooms according to the protocol because we need you to be at the ease of going through all these procedures. So you can see we have not set up the equipment or all those things. So this room, so now let me show you about the OPD where the female reproductive medicine specialist, Dr. Joe Kaushik, will be sitting. So this will be our new OPD setup for the IVF patients. So this is where all the discussions regarding the procedures and all the OPD consultations will be done. So this is a spacious room and we made it in a comfortable color so that there should not be any stress for you when you come and meet us. And this is a place where we keep all our books or all the other pictures, all those things. So for that we made it. And this is a place where we have the patients being examined. So we have a private area for the patients to be examined. So you can be at your ease. So come, let's go above and see how's the OT and the IVF lab. We had made it at international standard, so you can see it by yourself. And soon we'll be starting our cases also. So you can see the special penile implant OT, which is made specifically for the penile implant surgery. So you can see what are the precautions it's made. I'll be explaining all those things. So now I'm going to show you about the Andrology OT and IVF lab, which I had newly constructed, and it is of international standards. You can see it by yourself. We don't want any of the infection or any mishap happens to our patient. So we had made a separate OT for our andrology and men's health procedure, especially for penile implant surgery and varicocele and all the men's health surgeries which are done here. Come, let's see. So this is the buffer zone of the OT. So this area is the place where we leave our sandals and all the stretchers will be left over here. So this is called as the buffer zone, which means this area will not be completely sterile. So this is a place where the persons come and wait or they change their slippers to the sterile slippers. So we used to change it here. So we'll be leaving our slippers here, and these are the sterile slippers which are meant to be entered into the sterile area. So this is the sterile area. So you can see this is a air curtain. So you can see this is the air curtain which prevents the entry of any aerobic microorganisms. So once you enter this area, it will be of complete sterility. So come, let's go inside. So now we had entered into the sterile corridor. So this can be divided into two, which can be semi-sterile and one is the complete sterile. So the place where I am standing is the semi-sterile area, and here we have our consulting room. This is the OT reception. So where the staffs will be waiting to for our orders to have any things to be carried out. So this is the consulting room. So this is the place where we will be discussing with our patients. So this is the place where we'll be discussing with our patients regarding the procedures or regarding anything which has to be done during the procedures to the attenders or anything. And coming to the next room, this is our dress change room. So this is the place where all the sterile dresses, all those things will be changed. So we'll be changing the dresses from this place, and from here we will go into the sterile corridor. And this is one more room. Here all the IVF things will be present. So these are the cans which are meant to store the embryos, the ovum and the sperms. So we have 3 different tanks, and one more tank is also available, which is a storage tank. So in this place, we'll be storing the embryos at minus 172 degree, which will be done here. So this is the OT store. Here all the equipments which are needed for the IVF OT will be placed. So everything will be placed in a sterile manner because we don't want any contamination to happen in this place. So now we'll be entering into the completely sterile corridor. So this is our ICU room. You can see. So this is our ICU beds. So this is our ICU beds, and here we are planned for 3 beds, and it's still not yet completely arranged. We are planning to start the cases tomorrow. These and all will be arranged today evening. So this place, it consists of oxygen, medical air and suction. So whoever patients comes to the post-op will be having their own set of oxygen supply, the medical air and the vacuum supply, and this is a monitor which monitors the patient's pulse, blood pressure, the oxygen saturation, all the things will be monitored over here. So a patient will be in a separate cubicle, and this is inside the sterile corridor. So there is no chance of any infection once the patient enters here. So now we enter into our IVF OT. So I'll be showing you what it is. So this is our IVF OT. So all the equipments had arrived. We have to just finish keeping all the final things, the drugs to be placed for us to start functioning. So the OT is completely ready. So you can see the wall is made of antimicrobial vinyl and the floor is also made of antimicrobial vinyl. So this OT, even the walls and the floors consist of antimicrobial things. so that the chance of infection or any cross infection will be avoided. So these are the things which we had placed in the OT. So this is the table which is meant for IVF. So you can see how this table can be. This is a fully electronized surgical table which is meant for IVF OT, and it's of the most high standards. So we can see we can increase the height and decrease the height. So this is how the height is increased. Everything is done through a motor. So this is for the comfort of the patient to sit, and after sitting we can make them straight. So this is for tilting the patient when we are shifting them to the trolley. So it can be done. And this is the flex position, and this will be the reflex position. So this is how everything will be motorized, so that will not be any difficult or haphazard things happening when we are inside the OT. So these are the things for the drug table, and this is a centralized gas supply. One is for the oxygen, nitrous oxide, and the medical air and the vacuum. All those things will be there. And for the IVF OT, we have a specific equipment which is called as the pass box, and it is a electronized pass box, you can see. So when we retrieve the ovum, it will be passed over here inside the IVF lab. This, you can see, once this door is opened, it turns into green, and once this door is opened, that door cannot be opened. It will be closed, because we don't want any cross contamination from OT to the IVF lab. So now we enter into the IVF lab. So this is the IVF lab. So this area is completely sterile. So this wall is made of a more advanced thing which is called as BioClad. It is complete. It gives 99.99% antimicrobial free environment. So this is an imported thing which is made on the wall and the ceiling, and this room has a air handling unit, which means the air inside the room will be of complete 0% microbes will be present, because the air handling will be processed above this room, and all the air which comes inside will be of complete sterility. It is like a air which you are taking from an oxygen cylinder. It will be like of complete sterile air which you will be inhaling. So you can see we have a complete control of we have a complete control panel over here. So you can see once we close the door, the pressure should be maintained. So you can see the pressure is maintained at 25 to 30. So this is what tells us when the filters should be changed. So this is a recent advances which are made into the medical OT, which we incorporated into our OT system. So this is a humidity control, and this is a temperature control, and these are the lights for the OT. So you can see this is the light, and this light is specifically meant for IVF. So you can see this light will help in the ease of using the handling the embryos. So this is the Nikon micro manipulator system. So this has the microscope, and little more things has to be placed in our OT, which are under the process, which will be done soon. You can see in the coming videos about the newer equipments which are arriving. So this is the incubator. So this is the place where we grow the embryos. So this is one of the most important part of our IVF lab. So this equipment should be maintained at a temperature of less than 24 degree throughout, which means once we start this equipment, it will be on throughout its lifetime, and the room of this temperature should be always less than 24 degree. So which means always the air handling unit will be switched on once the process starts. So I'll show you inside what it is. So these are the places where we keep the micro dishes for the embryo to grow, which means the human embryo or the upcoming generation will be grown over here. So these are the places you can see. So, and these are the these places to keep the humidification bottle on all the gas supplies, which will be supplied from here, will be connected to here, and we have a separate gas supply for that, which means all these gases will be of medical grade, which means 99.999% pure, which is the most purest form of nitrous oxide and carbon dioxide which is available in our world now. And this is our andrology lab, which is meant for the sperm processing thing. So this is also a laminar flow, which means the air inside this area will be of pure quality, and this is the centrifuge we are going to use. So once the process starts, everything you can see how the process are going on, and what we are doing here you can see here. And this is a fire exit. So in case of any emergency, we'll be going out through this place. This door can be opened only from inside. We cannot open this door from outside. And this is the place for our hand wash. You would have seen in other OTs also. So come, let's go inside the andrology OT. So this is the pressure gauge which we had kept outside, because for this OT, we should see all the pressures from outside, and it is a mandatory thing which is done, so we had kept it outside. We check the purity of the filters, which means through the filters only air will be purified. Now the door is open. Once I close the door, you can see the function of the filter. It should be always between 20 to 30, which means that air handling will be around 20 to 30. So you can see, now I'm closing it. Men's health OT. This OT is made specifically for our andrology procedures. So from now on, you can see all the cases being done in this sterile environment. So come inside, let me show you what it is. So you can see we have a very big air handling unit. So when you enter this OT, so once you enter this OT, you will be in a complete sterile area. So this is almost a 7-ton air handling unit which is required for this room. We made it specifically for the penile implant surgery, because we want to make the infection rate of the penile implant surgery to 0%. So all the environmental or the surrounding factors are made zero through this thing. So let me show you what is this. So this is the pass box which is from the sterile store, which means the sterilized equipments will be placed over here, and for the procedures we will take it from here. So that's what it's done, and this is the place for us to explain the patient and for us to write about the cases which are done for that day. And we are using, this is also a sterile thing, which means this is not any silver or any aluminum or any other material. It is a glass through in which we can write, and it has a magnetic attachment. So this at all gives an added sterility precaution for this OT. And this is the magic window, which means like whenever we take a sperm for a patient, we can tell them we had done it. So you can see, so now if I do like that, this window will be closed. So this can be done through a remote control. So why we had done it is, we need a communication between the IVF lab and the andrology OT, because the embryologist should tell us how the quality of the sperm is, so that if he needed us to take some more sperm, we will be doing that. So there is no need for him to enter through a separate door and contaminate the OT. So the OT will be always sterile. Just we need a sterile visual contact. So we had made this box. So whenever the IVF lab is not working, we'll just close it, and whenever it's required, we'll on it. So this is a newer thing which we had introduced at this southern end of India, which you would not have seen in much of the corporate hospitals or much of the highest standard OTs, now we had made it at our center. So this is another post box. So this is the place where we will give the sperm to them. So as I had told you, once you open this door, that door cannot be opened. So we will just take the sperm and we will place it over here. And once we close it, then he can open it from the other side. So all these precautions are made just for the sterility of the OT, for your safety. We want all our patients to have and experience a much higher sterile environment at a cheaper price for you. And today I want to announce about one more thing. As we are planning for the inauguration of this OT, we are introducing a offer price for all our procedures, which means we are offering almost a 15% offer for the penile implant surgeries, the Indian implant, which will be done to you for 95,000, and the Tactra implant will be done to you for 2,15,000, and the Zephyr implant or the Promodon, which is a German implant, which will be done to you for 1,99,999. So we are giving this price for this 1 month, December, as the Christmas is also arriving, and we are also starting a new OT. So we want our patients to experience the highest standard of surgical experience available at our center. So these are the places, this OT is almost getting ready. So you can see all the injections, all those things which are necessary, and all the emergency medicines are kept in this tray. And so there is no need to run for any other thing. Once we come inside, there is no need of going out of the OT. So all the equipments are placed here. And this is for the cautery machine. The cautery machine has not yet been placed. We have to just assemble it. So the cautery machine, we have a most advanced cautery machine, which means the vessel sealers, all those things. Usually when we cauterize, there will be the tissues will get stick to that cautery. But we are using a much advanced cautery machine in which there will not be any stickage or tissue damage when we cauterize a vessel. So this is also a similar table which I had explained to you there, and this is the Boyle's machine. So you can see this is the most advanced form of Boyle's machine. So all the patients, all the requirements will be controlled over here. Once the patient is anesthetized, or once you are anesthetized, your whole system will be taken control over by this machine. So everything will be of much higher standard. So we don't want any complication or nothing to happen during the most toughest penile implant surgery or the toughest andrology procedure, which means even if you are a heart patient who had undergone a coronary bypass surgery or a major heart surgery, everything can be taken care in our OT now. So there is no need of being scared for anything, because what all the things which are required is available at our center for our procedures. So these are the gas lines which we had connected to the Boyle's machine. So this is a separate gas line. So these are the machine for vacuum. So I hope you would have enjoyed this video. And once again, I'm telling you, we are launching a very good offer which we will not find at any other centers in India or worldwide. You cannot find such a cheaper price for the penile implant surgery. And even for the growth factor injection, we had given a discount which will be displayed to you at the end of this video. So if you want to do any surgeries regarding men's health or regarding your fertility, you can contact us. And for the December month, it's a month of joy. So we are giving an offer. So we want to do a good service for you. And this is one more pass box. So all the equipments which we use here will be directly going into the disposable corridor from here. So we'll be placing the equipments over here. And once it's done,